Well, welcome back to YC. We usually have this guy in the studio, but we decided to come to him today. Steven DeLisle with DeLisle Properties. Today we're going to be talking about the market and the housing market. A lot of news stations are saying the market is cooling down. We wanted to come to the pro to ask you. So what are we seeing here? What is the market doing?
It's a good question, one we're talking about a lot, frankly, right now. So right now what we're seeing is we're really in a mini buyer's market. What that means is the Greenville market specifically has doubled in inventory this year as opposed to this time last year. But effectively what that's done for a buyer is really only given them one, maybe two extra houses to choose from. So it's nowhere near a legit buyer's market, which would have 6+ months of inventory. And also the houses that just recently got listed are sitting on the market just a hair longer as well. And what that's doing is actually making the sellers have to show up and put forth some effort on their side of the transaction, which I can assure you has not been the case the last 2 years.
Yeah, and you said there are some things that we can do to make our properties more attractive if we are trying to sell it?
Yeah, so let's start with the outside, for example. There's statistically some things that you can do that when done correctly is gonna net you more money when you're selling your house. That has to do with your front door, your garage door, and your landscaping. If you think about it, we only have one shot for a first impression, and it has to do with the outside of your house. When you're talking about landscaping, for example, of course, cut your grass. You're going to want to edge. You're going to want to pressure wash the driveway and the outside of the house if needed. And if you think about it, the majority of the time that's spent outside your house is at the front door. So if you think about it, you're the realtor, you're getting the key out of the box, the buyers are right behind you. They're going to spend some time in that front space. So go ahead and pressure wash that area as well. You're going to want to make sure that it's free of any debris, any packages from the day are taken out of that space as well. Take out any cobwebs, and also repaint or restain that front door. You can also repaint or replace your garage door as well. And for that investment dollar, you're going to get, if not almost all or all of your investment dollar back. And really the last thing that you're going to do outside is plant perennial flowers. It's going to brighten up the space, give it some color, and it's going to make it feel more like home.
And you're right. People may not make it past the outside to even get inside to see what they want.
I've had buyers literally just not go inside. They said, you know what, Steven, we're going to move on to the next house.
This one's not it.
That's very important.
And I'm telling you, he knows what he's talking about because your house is immaculate. It looks fantastic. So he definitely practices what he preaches. Yeah. Let's talk about some of the things inside that we can do to improve the value.
Yeah. So I really only have two things in here. If we're talking about, first thing is going to be paint. If you're like me and you have 3 kids and your walls are scuffed, or at worst it's going to be faded paint because it's not been painted in 10, 15 years, go ahead and do that. You're going to brighten up the space. It's going to feel a lot more fresh. And also the second thing is going to have to do with staging. That's very, very important. We're going to talk about livening up the space. We're going to declutter some of the furniture if it's excessive, because if you think about it, your house that's for sale is going to be competing against new construction. So we're just going to imitate what new construction does. We're going to take up bath mats. We're going to take those toothbrushes off of that counter space. Make sure the counter space is clear. Maybe leave a butcher block of knives, and that's pretty much it, because we want to go for big, bright, and open. So that's what we're going for.
And it looks fantastic. It photographs well, so people that maybe are not even in the space yet can see what it looks like when it's
right. It allows them to put their items in your space. It gives them a concept of how big your couch is. So don't leave it, completely bare, but at least give a concept of the space so they can put their things in your home.
I love that. So people can go online and take a look at some of your listings. Maybe they're thinking about, do you come in and say, hey, maybe this is a bit too chunky if you're trying to sell it, all that stuff.
Yeah, all we do, I'd recommend not doing anything until we go out and take a look at the house, simply because you could be doing things that aren't going to benefit the sale of your house. So that's why we come out first and give you some tips and tricks.
Awesome. And what's your website? How can people contact you?
Yep. It's DeLisleProperties.com, and that's going to be across the board any social media platform.
Awesome. Steven, thank you so much for having us in today.
Yeah.
Take advantage of these tips because they're going to save you some money in the long run. Thank you so much.
Thanks.